If you like up close and personal, high damage, and super tight spaces, then the Super Shorty shotgun is the weapon for you. What's going on, all you Ghost Recon Wildlands fans? I'm Predictable60 here, bringing you guys the next gun review in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today we're going to be looking at this Super Shorty shotgun. Now this is the gun literally broken down. For those of you wanting to see what actually goes into this weapon, there's not a lot you can actually customize with this thing, so it's not a very recommended weapon in my opinion. I'm not much of a shotgun person. I do know when there's a good time to use it, and again, this is just me trying to test it out to show you guys what its capabilities are and what the effectiveness is when you are in a close range area, tight spaces such as that. I mean, this is something that I would not recommend because it only has 2 rounds in it, so you have to shoot like it's almost a double barrel shotgun in my opinion. So it's not something I'd recommend a lot of people using because it's not going to save you when it comes to being up close and personal with a crowd of people. You're going to find yourself spending more time reloading and not a lot of time with shooting. Also, with this shotgun, I was not very sure, and I was not able to really dictate which is better when it comes to the range on this thing, because sometimes it actually looked like you can get some shots off from a decent range, and then other times it was like you really had to be up close and personal. But actually right here is a good way to show you guys that this shotgun's not very well recommended, because you end up like this. This is the result of a shotgun only having 2 rounds in it. So if you're looking for a reliable shotgun that saves your life, this is not something I would recommend anyone decide to go with. Now, if you're just wanting to just play around and just shoot people just because you just want to have a good time, then that's when I'd probably recommend using this. But if you're actually trying to go stealth, or even just have a decent time being successful at a mission and actually being able to hold your own, then you could easily do that, but not with this shotgun. I would probably recommend like a Spaz or the M10, something like that, something that's actually going to save you a little bit of time on reloading and actually put more bullets into your enemy rather than having to sit there spending a lot of time pressing X non-stop. Now, while I could go on and talk about how bad this shotgun is, there's also a decent bit of good things about it too. It is very effective when you're very up close to someone and you want to take out multiple enemies at one time. Though it only has 2 shots in it, if there was 2 people standing right next to each other, even back to back, or even lined up, it can probably surge through at least 3 people. So I mean, this is a very useful shotgun because it has a high damage output. So if you are in a clusterfuck of enemies, this is something that's good, and it could save your life if everyone is lined up and is in close range. But as you guys just witnessed, I died yet again because this is not a shotgun that's very well useful in a gunfight when you got people at all distances from you. It's only more effective if people are all close up and bunched together, most likely in a building. I would have to recommend if anyone wanted to use this, but out in open spaces, it's not going to provide very much use for you, so you're really kind of just wasting your time. And like I said, you just really have to be up close with this thing because it's just really not going to do anything for you to be trying to shoot in an open space like outside. Now, like I said, if you're up close and personal with somebody, it is very easy to get a kill. You're almost guaranteed a 1-shot kill up close, and even at a distant range where you're still in effective range, it's still pretty much a guaranteed kill, and it's something that you can quickly pop up and shoot over your shoulder. It's better to use over your shoulder rather than scoped in first person. This is just more effective to me. That's what I had an easier time using, and that way you can actually, you're probably going to be guaranteed to get your shot if the ridicule is on the person that you're looking at, if it's over your shoulder like this. And like I said, you'll have a much easier time utilizing the shotgun if you are over your shoulder rather than scoped down first person. Now, I have been able to see a bunch of usefulness with this shotgun when other people use it, because some people know how to use shotguns like this and be very useful with it. But I'm, like I said, not a shotgun person, and if I were to use a shotgun, it'd be something like a Spaz or an M10, something that has more of a magazine rather than just 2 shots, because I just can't function with something like this. You know, this isn't my play style, and like I said, I'd have to be really up close, and it'd be kind of like playing Gears of War with this thing, because you have to make sure that that ridicule is on your target before you take your shot. That way you're almost guaranteed to get the hit, and you don't have to worry about missing and having to worry about, well, since I missed, now I gotta reload. You can just go ahead and shoot the person, kill them, and then you can reload, and you won't have to worry about getting shot as you're reloading and ending and resulting in your death. But as you guys saw earlier in the review, that you really can't upgrade too much with this shotgun. There's only like 3 different components you can change, and it really isn't anything to actually add to it or take away from it. So you're really not going to do yourself any favors with this shotgun. That's one reason I say this shotgun is not the best thing to go with, because of that purpose. And of course, I know a lot of people like customization with their weapons, and like I said, this is not the weapon for customization, and you can't do any upgraded barrel. You can't do anything that's very significant with this thing, so you're really going to have a hard time trying to utilize the effectiveness of this shotgun. And for those of you who want to try and snipe with this thing, it's probably not going to happen. It's a shotgun. The further out that it goes, the wider spread that it is, and the less accuracy you're going to have at a longer distance. So again, this is something you want to use up close personal, and something like right here, this is actually really perfect. You guys see, it was very easy to take down both of these people. They were right next to each other. You shoot one guy, you shoot the next guy, and it's done and over with in an instant. And you even saw I had time to reload for a second. It's really quick to reload. I mean, it's not like that's your main issue. It's just the fact that you have to. It's what's going to make this very hard to use in a heavy gunfight. But thank you all for watching this video. If you all have enjoyed this episode and this review, then go ahead and rate that like button, because of course I love seeing you guys appreciate the content, and I'm glad to present these to you guys to give you all that useful information that you will have when this game fully releases. I will have different setups after I run through every gun in the game. I will have different setups as to which gun is more effective with which attachment, and this is one of the guns that I might do more with, just to see if I can make this gun any more effective, just to prove or show that you guys that this is a good weapon or bad weapon. But if you guys would like to play and maybe even subscribe, then go ahead and do that as well, because of course there will be a lot more gameplay. It won't even just be gun reviews, it'll be gameplay and other missions that we do together, and even like funny moments of this game that we put together as well for you guys. So if you guys are fans of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, then go ahead and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, guys,